G'day guys, welcome to the Mailbag preview show for Blue Diamond Day. Scooty, how are you?
Great, mate.
Hey Ben, been good?
I'm going alright.
I've seen you in a fair while. It's
No.
nice to see you again.
No, I'm winning at life.
Pete Jones,
Yeah, Jack. How are you? Thanks,
one of the best blokes I've met in racing. He's now part of the Betfair organisation. I'm not good. I've not held it against him, but he has had a fair bit to do with the man, the myth, the wish.
Just a little bit.
Jonathan, the Hobbit Walsh.
What's your story? How have you got into racing? Blah blah blah.
Well, I guess a lot of it actually came from the Wish. Actually,
Oh,
I used to go
God.
to school with
Scary.
Wish back in.
Hang on.
But,
You went to school with Jonathan.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you did?
Or when you shared it with me.
Have you got an embarrassing story, like just before we get to you? Like,
Oh, geez, I should have come prepared. There's plenty of them.
Yeah.
There's probably.
How would you
there's one
describe Jonathan's fighting style? Because he reckons he used to.
He's
Mate, you know he puts his head on the side when he does it? Mate,
Yeah,
I know I'm short, but I can...
He used to land a few blows back in his day. He used to get a little bit excited when we'd go out to local pubs in Warrnambool. And
Did he?
Yeah, you hear a lot about some of the big blokes that he took down, but he was one of these sort of fighters that he'd sort of pretend that he wouldn't want. He's like, I don't want to fight, mate, don't want to fight, and then anyway, I think he's quite happy to share that. He shared that story.
he's a kinger. He's a king hitter. He's a kinger. So
He's
he's a coward puncher.
One punch, cow punch, and before it was even a thing.
Sniper. Don't
Alright.
surprise me. And so Pete, yeah.
Racing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, how'd you going?
So how to get into it? So I guess so I started sort of working with Johnny like not long after high school when he took out his bookmaker's license. I'd sort of head out to the country with him, swing the bag. Things sort of went on from there, and I started to sort of help him out subbing or I guess sort of managing his stand from time to time. And then I got into Betfair, started creating a few bots and getting into the automation side of Betfair. So I worked in finance for about the last 10 years, and a job came up at Betfair where I could sort of get a little bit more involved in the punting side of things. And
You saw the light.
yeah, saw the light and no looking back. So
And you've only probably worked, actually physically worked sort of 1 and 2 days since. Grace is looking after clients.
yeah,
How grouse is it?
He's a very sharp punter, so listen carefully for
Oh.
Pete. He doesn't say much, but
He honestly is
he's
quite
very sharp.
sharp and operates
Stealth.
differently. Like with his own little angle, but I've got a lot of respect for Peter. I'm happy and excited to have him on the show. Anything else we should cover off in the background?
Uber eating.
No, the show's been slightly delayed. Now, I don't live that far away from the city.
It's good you've had a shower though, so they've picked you up.
Yeah, I've been. I've been at home creating these on puntingform.com.au to try and guide our loyal viewers into a couple of winners on Saturday.
So why is your Uber rating so low?
Well, that's a good question.
What is it?
It's in the 3s.
Is it? Fuck me.
The guy told me the lowest he's ever seen is 3.1.
And what do you got? 3.2.
3 point something. It's higher than 3.1, it's lower than 4.
I'm 4.64, but Luke Dooner broke something in a cab one night, or in an Uber one night, so that's not my fault.
Part of the reason, here's a tip for especially young blokes watching this, when you're pissed and you get home after a big night, well, I've just picked this up. Your Uber rating can be dropped and lowered if you don't rate them.
Oh, right.
So I'd never rate an Uber driver in my life. Why would you? Waste of time.
Yeah, it turns out not. No.
I'm done, I've got the Uber. No, it affects your rating. So whilst I am probably a bit fancy, and I've also got Ubers with, questionable characters who have created scenarios which the Uber driver didn't appreciate. Yeah, Uber rating poor, a little bit behind play. The Uber rating's fine though, Drew. We're on the up. Now, viewer questions.
I think I got one. I think it was Andrew first up. Elise, would be wary for a little buy run and All-Star Mile. I agree 100%. I wouldn't back it with Stolen. We'll get to the race later, but yeah, very prohibitive odds. And if it was mine, I'd snicker and I'd save it for the All-Star Mile.
yeah, and it's
Well,
definitely
Hugh
getting
Bowman on isn't a good thing for intent.
He loves snicking, and Winks is back. So
With Winkser,
yeah.
and she's running for 5 million when she's racing about 3 horses. I saw a picture of, I don't know if it's a piss take or what, but I saw a field picture and she looks to be racing about 3 or 4 horses. And all I can say is, how good's that? You know, one of the good guys at racing who's big on his family, given a lot to racing, taken away a lot of things from. What do I say? But isn't it outstanding that we're going to give away a shitload more prize money to another Godolphin minted horse?
Yeah, I guess he
Real
puts a
dream
lot
of
in the
the
industry, but I don't think she's over the line in the All-Star Mile. I think it's grand final day for her, but...
Who else in the All-Star Mile? We had a question about it, so I'll quickly go through it.
Grant can win.
Grunt's a superstar at Flemington over the mile, but there'll be no tempo on this race because they're all slow.
Happy Clapper, complete forgive.
Got the first of the wildcards today.
Yeah.
So it'll be hard. It'll go well because it'll be unopposed in the lead. You'd assume, wouldn't you?
Amphitrite.
Amphitrite. She returned super. You just got to keep her sharp enough.
She didn't beat. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mystic Journey's gonna probably get the Tassie. They'll get one.
We've got a little surprise voice on the show over there. We've got a live audience.
Yeah, Drew's
a live
part
audience.
of the show. He said, "No, I don't want to be on the show."
Yeah,
But here he is.
here
He's
he
yelling
is.
at the top of us. So whenever you like, Drew, just jump in, my man. Any other viewer questions we should get through before we're done with them? Anything? Anyone?
Oh no, I think that's it. I think it's a great concept, the All-Star Mile. Thank God it's at Flemington. There's a lot of slow horses in the field, so if it was at Moonee Valley, it'd be a car crash. And similar, the field can sort of break up at Caulfield, and lucky there's not fast horses passing these slow ones. So thank gosh it's at Flemington, and hopefully the track's fair, so there's no accident and no bias and stuff like that. But awaiting those 3 wild cards, and I guess the Guineas when he goes in there. And
It's definitely got a lot of people talking.
Yeah.
But I guess the downside is that there are a couple of runners that are making up the numbers that are going to make the field. But
Yeah, but they'll say it's good for racing.
It's a good concept.
Racing's got much bigger problems. There's a bunch of horses in on Saturday that were there's much more pressing issues for me for turnover and for wagering than this stupid race. And I couldn't give one fuck about it.
I just think it's amazing that people are so stupid to vote for a horse that hasn't got a chance. Like it's a free swing at $250,000 here, and you're just throwing your ticket away.
What do you get $250,000 if you vote?
No, you get $250,000 if you vote, and so if I vote for Grunt and I get pulled out Willy Wonka style, I win $250,000. So you haven't voted, so you fucked up.
Is it closed?
I think you can't. Unless you voted and your horse has a scratch and you get a second
Imagine if
chance.
the sheep won that too. He would have voted.
Anyway.
Or Lloyd or Nick. He votes, pulls out the tickets, gets out the hoses, outside or leaves
Couple of water skiers.
Water skiers. We can't talk about any kind of water sports when we talk about sheep because we might get in trouble. Because we're not ever going to imply anything to do with the article I read in a respected newspaper about his daughter trying to escape and then being caught on a boat off the coast of Dubai and returned to him and not being heard from since. We're not talking about that.
Caulfield Race 1, good segue. I've got the speed map here. It's a 2,000 metre race. Call Me Handsome goes forward. Amarala goes forward. Beat 19 lengths last start. Magnapella will push forward. I'm a Princess. The rest will settle in behind those. Have you got the market or am I getting
Yeah, Jaina $5, Sir Sekandrabad $2, Midterm 8s, Call Me Handsome $8.50, I'm a Princess, a little bit of backing $8.
You got the rest.
Look at the rest.
Pete Jones on the booth.
Jonesy!
you want me to kick it off?
Yeah,
Right,
go
so,
man.
well, I guess I don't want to get involved with Jeremy. I think first up at 58.5 kilos. I understand it's sort of trialled quite well, but yeah, it's not for me at that price. The same goes for Sekandrabad as well. I think it's pretty short. I actually want to be on a roughie in this one, Magnapar.
This is why we like him.
Yeah, so Magnapar, you might be able to get 30s or 40s on the day on Betfair. Just before the jump, it sort of has a bit of a history of running good races at big prices. Its last couple of wins. It's sort of come up about that $20 to $30 range, so I think it's a good sort of knockout chance.
Looks a really good place chance. I sort of agree with Pete there. I thought Sekandrabad was good, and he comes in okay at the weights. I think against a horse like Avilius who goes into a stronger race.
I was given a kind of Jamie Wink sort of Battle Camp Ride 2, Ulster County Brad. Yeah, no, I'm not going to follow one of the greatest, most impressive, exciting upstayers in Australia. No, I'm going to try and weave a passage through the fence there at Caulfield, similar to what James did yesterday. Race 8 at Sandown. Didn't want to follow Declaration Park. It was $1.55 confirmed into the straight, into the race, and then he tried to weave a passage through the field.
I'd be shocked if, after watching Battle Camp yesterday, if James Winks watches videos to prepare for his rides, he's got absolutely no idea what he's doing, and it was just an absolute car crash to watch that. And it's no wonder why he's sort of at the level and he's not at the elite and mixing it with the best jockeys in the world.
No, it's definitely not like
I was so sick.
Slaughtering
So
horses.
sick.
Why wouldn't you follow the $1.55 favourite? You're right next to it. It's probably going to suck you a fair way into the race.
Yeah, I thought the market looked pretty right here. Midterm is probably the other one that's of interest, so I think it's pretty well exposed. I'm not sure if I'd have a bet. Magna Pelta Place sort of looks okay, and if midterm stays hard in the market, I think it's sort of a class runner.
Well, I thought I'm a Princess might be a slight interest in betting, but I think it's a pretty low race. I'm not overly keen to bet into it at all. Race 2, Scooty, my man.
Yeah, look, speed here from Legenda, Rosie's Reward out wide, and then Luna Flare and Costot, will kick up on the fence. But might not be huge pace there, so a good opportunity if something else to push forward.
The prices are Arameo $3.40, Cossatot $6, Declares War $7s. We've got Global Exchange, a little bit of backing into 10s, Florida Dream for Jamie Mott, the German's off. Mott on $13, Boomstock $21, and Luna Flare $5.50 and being backed. Jonesy?
Yeah, it's a race I've sort of gone around in circles a little bit. I can't say I have a strong opinion about any of these. I'm happy to sort of sit out this one.
I'm Canyon.
Do you want mine?
I'm very happy to spec and suggest a good spec each way. Number 11, Boomstock, 1x3. This horse hasn't done anything to justify it winning the race on data and form. I was taken by the way it rated. Thought it was slaughtered by Mick D, which isn't a rare thing. I think this horse can explode here. I think it's a lightly raced horse with a lot of upside. Race 2, number 11, Boomstock, one of the most exciting horses on the card for me. I'm excited to see what 14 Arminacan for Mick Kent does. It's a horse with a lot of talent, I reckon. Florida Dream could go a lot better now it's got a competent jockey on. It savaged the line last start, savaged it big time. And Luna Flare, I think, ticks a few boxes. It'll be suited well. The way that the track might be on pace, I'm hoping it's not. Midterm is in, so Lloyd might have ordered the taps to be turned on, and we're going to get that sort of down the outside option. Don't know, but you assume it's going to be pretty on pace early.
Taj Mahal as well.
And the Taj is in. That's in late. So if it's hot, we're going to scratch the Taj unless you put the taps on.
Yeah, I haven't got a lot to add here. Arameo, I'd rather one more start, jumping 1400 to 1800. Blinker's first time, sort of an interesting scenario there. Luna Flare will make a case for. Costa Top might get a soft run in transit. I think Florida Dream's an improver. I'm respecting Dicko's confidence. I sort of like it when he's confident. And so I'll need a bigger look with sort of Boomstock, but I think I need more time on the race. It's not obvious. So I'll probably, the longer I spend on a race, the more likely I am to fuck it up. So I probably won't bet.
I think Boomstock's kind of like a horse to me that like teleplay was. Remember how you always saw teleplay in the bush somewhere? Yeah. Got keen on it.
Seymour, I think.
Mm.
And then it's coming in one big race eventually. It might not be tomorrow that Boomstock delivers, but I think it's going to be a nice horse. Race 3, 400 metres. I got the speed here. Prussian Vixen should lead. Tiffany's Lass can kick up. Spanish Reef, I think, will be forward and ridden a bit more aggressively from forward. It was pretty cast and solid last start. I'm a Star didn't lead or wasn't overly used up last start, but from 11, I think Ben Allen's going to have to go forward here. Italian Jamaican Rain have scary maps because Think Blue and Teleplay have the speed to hold them out. Supre has enough speed to kick up and hold some kind of a spot, and Payroll for the Lemming stable should be last. If Jamaican Rain hemorrhages and this thing belts up and leads, don't be shocked.
So Sabatiano was the clear favourite for this race, but it's been scratched. So The favourite we currently have is I'm a Star at 360. We've got Spanish Reef 460. The others in the market are Jamaican Rain at around $5, and now Tali at $4.80.
You can't touch that, Jonathan. I hope you're watching. I don't ask him to roll straight into the prices. He's good.
Scoot, are you betting?
Well,
Outstanding.
am I betting? Well, shocked me. Richard Laming Stable's already knocked the price off Jamaican Rain. I tell you what, every time they've got a runner in, these guys, I'd love to sit in a room and play poker with them. They could not fucking bluff you out of anything, and you'd strip the lights, you'd strip them completely.
It's interesting that Jamaican Rain's also nominated up in Sydney, and the price has been knocked off up in Sydney as well. So.
Fuck, guys, hold on and don't knock your fucking price off. It's absolutely madness.
Let's be clear.
There's no rush to bet,
It's not
guys.
just like sort of taking a piss there. To knock the price off to the foot, like you'd need to know something, because they didn't trial of a superstar. They never do. Go watch All Hardwood's trial.
But you can have.
There's nothing to be seen there, and it pissed him.
I'm not sure.
You can have 100 times the
It
amount of
made
money
a
at the death in the last 15 minutes than you can fucking around and giving the bookies the biggest head start early. Like, they're shocking shoppers.
I'm not sure where they're going to go here as well, because they're forecast a little bit of rain up in Sydney, so it obviously prefers the sting out of the ground.
The
So
Taj Mahal's in, so there's a chance it taps into the on.
Yeah, well, it's possible as well.
The last time Lloyd had the Taj Mahal run at Caulfield, Nick and Lloyd got the track aerated.
Yeah. So Weary likes wet tracks, and so does Woom. So there's no more Weary, so they're the last of the Mohicans.
So there's
no connection between the two.
Weary's name's on the horse.
Well, they both like
his
taps.
jockeys are, and his foreman's got
They like wet tracks.
horses in, and interesting.
Anyway, I think Savatiano looked like the complete grouse fresh specialist. It scratched. I'm a Star. I think Shane Nichols said that it needed a run. I thought it was huge given that. So he's really good with his pre-race stuff. I think it could be nearly a model from barrier 11. I think Spanish Reef will get out in front. Prussian Vixen might drag On a Star across. It loves 1400. Second up's even a bigger plus for me. And the other horse that probably will run on nicely is Think Blue. I think that'll continue to improve for this prep.
But yeah, would you know, because it's ex-weird, was it given all three jiggers at once, or just one at a time? Did Weird keep the other two still under his bed and then come down with just one and jig it? And did anything else happen? Because we haven't got all the information yet, so it's hard to know.
So
how are you going to sleep when you got the baby? Like you got all these theories that you sort of
you told me that I was like whatever that movie was, overthinking it all.
Yeah.
And what happened?
I still don't think it does you any good.
Yeah, but I was fucking right.
So a few weeks ago, no one knew what to do with the wee runners. What's changed since then?
I think from the start I've played them as if he's still training them.
Yeah.
But that's going to start to wear off, isn't it?
The polish.
The grouse. I call it residual grouse.
But you wouldn't hold
The
on
residual
back.
grouse. How like are we allowed to talk about the rumours we've heard?
Oh, fuck, it's news to me.
There's news to me. Alright, no.
I've got no idea.
How long these things last, how long they don't last. Is it like training a dog for one of these things we've heard? Is it like? We don't know. Anyway. Look, I thought Telly plays the overs in a race where there's a lot of chances. Mick D on teleplay from 7 scares the shit out of me. I've seen him ride a lot better than he's riding at the moment. I think he's got good ability. I don't think he's riding very well. Spanish Reef couldn't have been more impressive last start. I think it will beat I'm a Star Home, who's been up in quality for a very, very long time. But from 11 and from 4, Spanish Reef should get all the favours here, and got none last start. I reckon they're just as good as each other coming home. So I'll be tipping Spanish Reef to beat Teleplay from I'm a Star, then Jamaican Rain. But again, how would you know what they're doing?
So I'm actually with Scoop with this one. I want to be on I'm a Star. I think it showed enough when it was first up last start at Caulfield. And I quite like, and it should settle in a more handy position this run as well. So I actually like the runners that go forward from that 1400 shoot at Caulfield, and it should. It's got a crossing from barrier 11.
The barrier 11 should help your cause.
Yeah.
Probably not. Hopefully it just gets a soft lead, and I think it should have the class factor.
If they're neutral like they were last start from 11, completely fucking cast.
Yeah.
So he's got to be positive.
That's the first favourite I've
suspect
tip in probably 2 years that I've known him, so it could be the fucking moral.
I just don't know what they'll do with Spanish Reef. I think if they let it, I'm hoping with Spanish Reef they're positive enough that they make Bomberstar earn it and they get that suck.
Mm.
Because Prussian Vixen will lead. It'll be 1A. Bomberstar needs to earn to get in front of it. Or it's just a boat race and Spanish Reef is schnicked and yeah. It's just another week.
Race 4.
Race 4.
1400 metre Group 2 for fillies and mares. Speed here, News Girl, Dicko's Crush. Samoon out wide, Street Icon, Princess Jenny might kick up from an inside draw comparative to the other speed in the race, and that's about it.
Market is as follows. For 2/8, Angelic Ruler 370. Oh, you've got the market.
Oh, that's okay.
Pick up.
Yeah.
Kupila 7s, Queen Ladiva 650, and Princess Jenny 7s. Newsgirls is 11s and drifting despite owning this race, just being able to do what she wants out in front. I think she's another really good bet each way here. I think horses like Kupila and Yulon Meteor and even for 2 are the sort of challenges to her, and there's every chance this track's on pace, and also even if it's not, 2 or 3 of those are going to lose momentum at some point because they're going to be back and buried, particularly Yulon Meteor and even for 2. Zubu is the one that could explode for me. But I'm keen News Girl at the price each way. Might even get bigger than 11s, might get 13s. Jonesy?
The thing I want to be on, I reckon it's my best of the day is the bottom weight Princess Jenny. I think it's it's sort of coming out of a maiden. It's
but it's the right sort of stable to come out of a maiden and run a big race at Caulfield, isn't it?
I think it's
got
got
down there in Mornington.
Yeah, it's got above average ability, this thing. If you go back and watch its last run at Geelong and its recent trial, it sort of has a little bit of X factor about this thing, and I think it's it could quite easily measure up to this crew, and I think it's a really good hope at about $7.
Yeah, fuck. Damien Thornton scares the fuck out of me. So, you've got a horse that looks like it's got all this grouse, and you go put fucking D Thornton on.
Well, tell you what you can do. You go back and go through all of David Brydock's jockey decisions.
Is he sweet?
It's fucking not. Are you sweet? No, it's not. Mallion, fucking the list goes on.
I don't want to talk about this race for too long.
I still have sick fucking memories about the amount of money I had on a horse at Cranbourne in race 2 or 3 that Andrew Mallion held up the lead and snicked on this thing cross, and it's the boat race home. It came out and won like a far superior race next start.
Yeah, the other horse that sort of sparks my interest outside the obvious is Quafilla. Mark Zara's a great booking. You know, this horse went from 1,000 metre race, looked good over 1,200, then it zipped out to 2,000 metres. This poor horse probably doesn't know what it's doing. Hopefully David Hayes and Davin can figure out what sort of horse it is, and like their stable. I think I haven't got any stats or anything, but I like them with fillies and mares first up 1,400. It's D-Day for her, but she'll probably drift, so don't rush to back up it.
I heard David though over the fence. You'd love this. First race yesterday, Conqueror. So if you're watching anyone at Coolmore, if you do win, make sure you really talk her up. The owners would love it. You get nothing but honesty from us here. So whatever they say, whatever a Hayes jockey says after a race, I think you should ignore all that information, as you know, Drew. I'm trying to always teach you. But what was that? That was a Hayes table bullshitting.
Yeah. Just a quick one on News Girl.
The racing manager's a great man, we love him. But not trying to crack the whole stable.
News Girl is $3.50 favourite on Saturday at Albury. It is going to be scratched from that race, where it would have absolutely shit in. $150,000 race, they're electing to go to Caulfield. So that's a good up for you.
Oh, fuck, I'd keep it.
Are they joined them and have any clue?
There's a great bunch of owners in that horse.
Why would you put Kamaloni on it if you thought you were going to win?
That's all they could get.
So if they're giving up a sure thing.
We're going to get to this later on, but why isn't Ethan Brown riding the fucking horse?
He's a very good jockey.
Yeah.
Good question.
Who do you want to decide pace?
There's a bit more speed in the race. Like, I would have taken the free
Yeah,
hit
but
in
there's,
Albury.
there's no
for
like
mine.
guarantee. Like the more pace this horse could like sustain, it's sustained at all speed. It's copped. It just got run over by Crack the Code is fucking smart.
I'd like to see that Mooney Valley. It's got huge upside. This News Girl, lightly raced. It's
Yeah.
on a big upward spiral. And good luck to Connections. It looks the real deal.
Yeah, so it's got an easy kill up in Albury. It's interesting that they're going. It's only $200,000 race, so it's only slightly bigger prize money.
It could be.
So,
Sometimes I'll pen the trainer as a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But it could also be there's a bloke who owns like 55% of the horse, and he wants to go to Caulfield with his missus. Who's often a male order.
Concussion plates front first time.
Not that the guys.
Concussions.
His male order.
Concussion plates front first time.
Sweet.
Okay.
Let betting to it.
Okay.
Okay, race 5. Yulong in January should kick along. Tin Hat will cross and put on some good speed here. Zusane, box seat or death seat, however you look at that. Kanji and Terbium outside of it. Poison Strike and Spin bring us up. Jonesy, prices please.
Alright, so you got Zusane and Even Money. You got Tin Hat that was backed from 420 yesterday, really heavily supported into 260. Irakanji 51, Poison Strike at 8, Yulong January 10, and Terbium 12.
Terbium, Kayla Crowther, who's given this horse 2 really nice rides and got the absolute most out of it. 3 maybe. She's off.
She's got boned, as
She's
Peter
got-
Moody says.
She's got removed from the
I
horse.
think she rode it really well too.
Outstanding. On jumps John Allen from 6 with good speed. This horse will be snicked, it'll be restrained and it'll loose. Pete Stokes seems to have adopted John Allen. I don't understand why. He's fair enough to adopt him. He's a great horseman and he's a good jockey, but there's a lot of speculation going on that he's got certain specialties, which I wouldn't want to be associated with if I was Pete Stokes. He's a good horseman, we all know that, so get him involved in the stable. But you've got a young female jockey who's done nothing but win on this horse and ride it really well. Why not continue to support her? I don't understand it. This race is fucking tactical, and Tin Hat's going to roll forward. Yulong January's going to put speed into it. Terbium's going to be snicked. Irakanji's got Sunsea but not Stacks. I think Zusane's almost a moral.
Yeah. No, I'd have to agree there. I think Tin Hat, it had the fitness edge over quite a few of them last start. It was coming up against a lot of first up runners. I think it was Caulfield a couple of weeks ago.
And ran a huge peak, Jonesy. How do you handle it when they run a huge peak?
Look, I don't know, man. I don't have an answer.
Wasn't trying
I
to.
cannot lie.
It's okay. No, I mean, you look at Zusane's form and you look at who it's sort of ran second to and or ran close behind. You got the Autumn Sun, you got Sunlight, you got Lean Mean Machine.
I thought it was a complete and utter against Sunlight.
Yep.
It and Lean Mean are launched.
Yeah. Look, if it has the ability that a lot of people sort of expect it has, then I think you're right, Dicko, that it should just be an absolute moral on this. Whether you want to get involved at Even Money.
Is that the great man?
No, it's the missus. But,
Oh.
it's all right.
The boss.
I'm not too sure. It's really up to you. But look, and I think if it drifts out above $2, I'd probably have hesitations once again.
Who?
Like if
He's talking
you get
about how he
$2.30 or
handles
$2.40 on the day.
How he handles the market.
I mean it's first up, so that might be an indication that it's not quite ready. So I think it's a race that
If you wanted to know if a horse was ready or not ready first up from the yard at Caulfield on Saturday, what I would do is I would log onto the mailbag.com for a year and I'll purchase my fucking Million Mail,
Yeah.
which has been winning steadily, not huge, but winning for was it 2 years yet?
Year and a half.
Touched on 2, I reckon.
But
Been going for a fucking long
yeah.
time.
On our own stuff, year and a half.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, Scooty,
I
thoughts here.
think Tin Hat will start favourite. I
Or as
think.
I call you, David Warner. Or golf ball.
Yeah, I think Tin Hat will start favourite.
You've never seen
And-
Martin Launcher drive longer when he's up by 40. Really appreciates the weight off the shoulders, let me tell you.
Tin Hat will start favourite here, no doubt. Zusane will drift and win.
and win.
Next race, thanks.
Zeus Saners.
Yep, Zeus.
Yeah, we're all the same, but I think wait till later. I think people take it on.
Race number 6, Manuel, and I believe surely Material Man will kick up and hold the fence here. Lucy Warwick, is she still on?
Yep.
If she didn't get a severe kick up the arse the other day, I'll be highly shocked. She should surely hold the rail here. Best of Day should kick up and hold 1. It's going to get quite busy after that. Malaguera, Brace, Smash, Magic Console, they've got enough speed to make it a pretty shitty map for La Roman and Hartnell. Land of Plenty and Elise with Ring a Ding Ding will bring up the rear. I reckon Material Man is worth a nibble, it'll drift, and you get a huge price later, I reckon. Best of Days was as good as any horse. We backed it from the yard, Scoot liked it on form. In the lead-up race, whatever that was, it was good. Material Man was probably better. Land Plenty, I think, is the best horse in the race, and Elise will be just having a little trial, and if it wins, if Elise handles up at the 400 and hasn't touched it, win style, well, it's going to fucking piss him.
Happened last start.
Yeah, better group of horses here though.
Yep.
And over 400 metres.
No worries.
So I'll say Material Man will drift, Best of Days will drift, Land of Plenty will firm, and so will Elise will stay firm.
So current price, you got Elise favourite at 230. You got Lure Remain at 9s, Brave Smash 750. You got Land of Plenty at 7s. Double figures the rest.
I also would say Magic Console is the sort of horse, so if there's a tiny bit of support lane, don't lose on it. It's a rank outside of the
Can't
field,
win.
You get about 50 to 1 on it.
It can win.
Can't win.
It's got the best recent figure of the entire field. It's a winning chance in this race.
Cannot possibly win.
The race that it came out of, that won at Moody Vale. Can't think of the name.
It was
Beats
its
Land of Plenty.
it was fucking.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
right.
its
The form around
birthday.
that race.
Birthday, ran his
Absolutely amazing.
huge figure.
That was, the Caulfield Cup horse that Mellon Road ran second, didn't it? In the data.
Yeah, but no, but
Yeah.
Fuck. Jam the figure. Doesn't matter.
Hartman went on to win a race. It ran 4th behind Magic Console that day.
It's a 9-year-old gelding. Fuck me.
So what's the story with Land of Plenty anyhow? It was trained by Kirimar last start.
it still is.
No,
it's
Snowden.
Snowden now.
What?
So, yeah. I don't know what the story is there, but
Are you serious?
Owner dispute.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's got the weird silks on.
Yeah.
I meant to ask you that.
But yeah, I actually think that Land of Plenty is probably the one that I would be on.
I breezed over that on punnyform.com.au. What?
Yeah, it was only the
Just
silks.
stroll through it,
but,
look, see the trainer.
Hmm.
I think it ran home the quickest last start. I actually don't have the stats to back me up, but
Well, that's why I need punnyform.com.au. It'll tell you that Land of Plenty ran home the strongest last 400, 200 of any horse in this race from that race. So Best of Days, Material Man was very close to it. Brave Smash dropped off in the last little bit, gets the blinkers on here, that does normally make it improve, but Red Track Warrior was really good from the 400 home and 600 home, but stopped on its run 200 out. Off the top of my head, not that I obsess on that. I don't know my computer.
You done, Jonesy? Or?
yeah, I'm done. Look, and the other thing that I get a chance as well is Brave Smash. It wasn't right when it went around at the Valley 2 starts back. Actually showed a lot of improvements in its last run, and I think it's.
It looked like the winner, sort of 400 out, didn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Probably the only concern is the inside draw there. It's drawn 2, so just depends
Is the
where it
tripod
settles.
still on?
Sorry.
Tripod still on?
Mickey Walker.
Nick Walker's.
Oh right, sorry. Yeah, he's still.
Guinea man, I guess.
What are you talking about? That tripod.
Because you've got it.
Take your word for it.
Calm down, Drew. Thanks to the mail.
Just to hold the show together, Ross Perotti, I know you appreciate this. Best of Days, I really like the way that he bounced out and put himself a little bit more forward than usual. Obviously, I bet up each way and copped it fair up the blurter. So I think it's drawn 1. I think it can get a sucker on again. There's no reason why it should be $13. I think it's sort of that run last start proved to me that it's up to weight for age level now. I think Land of Plenty is the best of the closers, and I think Ring a Ding Ding's the other horse that can finish and has been forgotten in the market. So Yeah. I know. I'd be just real wary of.
That's so weary.
Oh, because I was having it in my mind, but yeah, Elise, I couldn't have her at the price. I'd need a much bigger price.
If the All-Star Mile wasn't a race, didn't exist. She won how she won in Sydney.
Yeah.
She was winning 600 out. When she was soft in the market.
Yeah.
Is she a fucking moral here without the All-Star Mile?
She's made a horse like Lara Main look pretty ordinary, and he's a fucking jet.
Oh, so he's not an old fossil of a horse, just Magic Console is.
But that was on a slow track as well, so now back to like a rock hard.
I think they're both stars.
Lara Main's, I think it's
Lara Main put Prodigy Boy into the barn.
Lara Main's 4-time Group 1 winner, or three-time Group 1 winner.
Champion.
What's Magic Console ever done?
It's one with fuckloads, that's why I love him.
But the other old one that's getting around that seems to be the forgotten one is.
We haven't said his name once, have we?
Hartnell.
Yeah.
Drew will be launching still one of his horses. I've seen Drew like a little girl go, go! What was the other one?
Not Charmed Harmony, maybe. I don't know.
Nah, there's another one.
Anyway,
Victim better.
race 7, speed with me. I'll do the speed, mate.
Yep.
I haven't talked enough this show. Vinnie Kunker will go forward. I'm Immortal will be there. Bella Rossa will come across to make sure there's some team riding going on, perhaps. And Free Adet's the other one that will push forward. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Catch Me. The Stewards' vision's probably worth looking at. Last start, they tried to teach it to relax and they sort of took a hold of it.
What do you mean by teach it to relax?
Also,
I'd say heavily snicked. Heavily snicked and almost strangled.
Half snicked. Might have been doing too well and wanted to go forward. Blinkers on first time indicates to me that even though it was ungenerous last time, that it will improve from that. So you got to respect the start before SP. How many times has Snowden had a silver slipper with the horse that won the Capitalist? That's it. Be really careful this runner. Catch Me. She could spike, and Dwayne Dunn hasn't even won a fucking blue diamond or two. What's the marker?
Market, sorry. Right, so we got
I got carried away
from the top of this. We got
this is a new beer, the Goat. Very enjoyable beer.
We have I'm Immortal at 9.50, Hawker Hurricane 14, Shopmaker 15, Catch Me 9, Liar 5, Finnick Kunker 10s. We've got Love and Gabby at 6.50, Ethereum at 7.50, and Brooklyn Hustle, which is on the drift, out to $11.
Who wants to go first? I can.
This will
be the case bet cut to, thanks to Mountain Goat, the Goat beer, their new beer. It's a bit of a low beer, not a low beer. It's not too crafty.
Yeah.
It's everything man's beer. It's outside the beer.
Sessional.
It's trying to get like the sort of wishes of the world into it.
So there's
opposed to taste and flavour. And also betfair.com.au. So if you pick a horse, you get run first, you win merch and beer.
So there's a little bit of news on a couple of runners, Love and Gabby and Shopmaker that came out today. I'm not sure.
The stewards are saying they're a bit lame.
A bit lame,
Right,
just under betting session
right for
at the moment. So read what you may with that.
But see, the stewards also said that they were investigating like trap fools was scratched because it was at the wrong stables, and it turned out it was probably to do with like jiggers.
Yeah.
Like, how would you fucking know? You just got to watch the market at the end.
Exactly.
I'm not accusing anyone of anything tomorrow, but what they said then wasn't what had happened. So you just need to watch the market. Trap fools would have been very soft in the market, I would think. If there's something wrong with any of those horses, I would ignore the stewards' reports and I would focus heavily on Betfair late, because it'll tell you if they're right or if they're wrong. How do you want to play it?
So, look, I'm not jumping off Brooklyn Hustle. I think
good odds. It was big odds. Did say that it's big odds.
It is a little bit of a concern that it has drifted since the barrier draw came out. Just onto barriers, I don't think. I mean, it depends how much you sort of listen to history, I guess. But if you go back over the last few years, the winners have all come from like double-figure barriers. And in fact, the last year. The top three in the running, ridden by Bahar, the Hood, all drew double-figure barriers. So it might not be such a bad thing.
Well, I do think that a wide barrier is a good thing for a leader, fast horse. I would prefer, if I was on Love and Gabby, Brooklyn Hustle to be drawn 4 or 5, because they're going to end up back anyway.
Yep.
So they're going to jump and then be steered in. I hate that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Might
the earthquakes of the world and the
Extreme choice.
Extreme choice at the start and ridden by. They just as long as they jump clean, they'll work their way across.
Yeah, there are a couple that ran on, like Ember that ran on behind, ridden by. It was wide the whole way. Catchy as well. Catchy was another one that sort of drew wide and sort of ran on from midfield to or backwards of midfield. So anyway, look, I think Brooklyn Hustle. Although I'm a little bit concerned about the drift from like 7s to 11s, I think that's still a bet for me. On its absolute best, I think it's quite possibly the best horse in this race. The other thing that the other runner that I want to be on at reasonable odds is Vinakunka. I actually think it'll might be able to get a soft lead from barrier 4. Won't need to cross anyone. And I think the time that it ran, and it still had sort of plenty to give at the end of the race, where it was beaten by Light in the prelude. So I guess the out of the two Godolphin runners, Liar and Theory, sort of finished off pretty much alongside each other. I think Theory was nearly the better run of the two. The only thing here is Theory's sort of drawn 13 and Lies in 5. But
Brooklyn Hustle had Lies back.
Yep.
It wasn't as good.
And it actually, it sort of, it didn't quite settle in run Brooklyn Hustle as well. It had sort of head up, and it was sort of a little bit all over the place. And I know the conditions were a little bit tricky that day. There was the wind factor, played a part as well. So I'm quite happy to put a line through that run and sort of give it another chance, Brooklyn Hustle.
Vinny Kunka, back at last start, completely fucking sick. And Steve, what's his name? Tony Brazos thing, fucking liar, 20s. Like, I actually spent the money already. I thought, fuck, I'm home, I'm a fucking genius. But I thought it'd benefit a lot from the run. I watched its trial and typical gay, quiet trial. Looked ordinary. Here it is, softly, there's a little bit of money for it early in the week, but here it was 20 to 1. I'm like, okay, it's a little sneaky gauge. It's going to be one short. She ran out of her skin. She's so tough. She was so tough on debut up the straight in carnival time. I think Dicko tipped it on top that day.
So she's won once, first ever start.
Yeah.
She's almost won a really good race second start.
Yeah.
When she's been set for this today.
And I just don't know.
She should be half the price that she is.
Somehow the corporates after the barrier draw, I've seen her come out at 4, and someone's gone and put up $21. And fuck.
Is that still there?
No. Long gone. Anyway, big price hit. I think Hawker Hurricane's got a really awful draw, barrier 2. I love the way it hit the line last start. I think it's the pick of the Colts for me, definitely. I've got a lot of time for Loving Gabby. She looks like a 3-year-old. You can jump on Melbourne Racing Club's Twitter page. There's a picture of her standing next to Bella Rossa, and it just looks like the Incredible Hulk versus fucking Mini-Me. And she just looks like a filly that's all class. Like, I think I can't recall the name of the horse, but there's been horses in the past that have had minor hoof injuries or raced with a bit of pain, and they've broken through that pain barrier and come out and gone like a rocket. I don't care if she drifts. I'll be on those 3 horses, and then if you can have a first 4, I'm fucking really confident in this race. I think. The next 2 best are probably Catch Me as a Forgive and A Theory was probably the best of the Godolphin ones, and I just can't figure out why Liar is now favourite. I reckon it's a bit of a fucking bodgy.
It's savage.
I reckon it's a bodgy go.
It's very lively colour, still savage there.
Yeah.
Liar will beat home Brooklyn Hustle. First set.
Yeah.
A Theory's draw curses it. No good. Shopmaker's draw, fucking no good. The horse has enough speed, but it's drawn 14, no good second start. Loving Gabby, like Brooklyn Hustle at Moonee Valley, like apparently, if you believe the stories, Moses, the fucking sea parted, and the thing just got every fucking break in the world and cut the corner. It looks huge. Was huge. It won't happen here though. There'll be a bunch of cooked horses in his face. It's going to go around via, there'll be a big slip and slide there at Caulfield at the 400.
Yeah, the pool.
I did a couple of matches on top of them.
But what's the say?
No, that's 200 metres before the pool. Which is 200 metres before the betting ring, which is tiny.
Yeah. What's the say it actually gets back though? It only sort of got back in the prelude because it missed the jump.
12. You've got to use the horse up. The horse got to have good speed from 12 to use that gate, and they'll be too scared. It's like their little baby as well. They'll be safe and they'll fuck it. Ollie's going to kick up on Lincoln Star, especially if it's on pace. Catch Me is the fucking greatest bet of all time at the price.
Who?
Catch Me. If you just forget last run, it'll be favourite.
Watch the replay, the Stewards Vision.
It was a horrible ride, and there's no excuse from the stable, which history says is a good thing. It should be right in the market, and I'm probably going to have to send this to the movers bet because you two have done it as well. Vinnie Kunka will make its own luck, has done nothing wrong, and is huge fucking odds.
It'll stay hard in the market.
Like, I'm Immortal, Benny Melvin from 9. I doubt he loves cash more than most of us. Not more than me, but more than most people, not more than Ollie.
He's got more than us.
Probably around he's got stacks more than all of us. He doesn't want to use up I'm Immortal. He wants to just like cruise across as soft as he can.
That could suit Vinny.
Which is going to let Vinny just kick up and Stevie Dasta put those spurs on, put them on, sharpen them fucking up, and just let the fucking chain off this thing and just let it go.
Fuck, I'm getting horny for
The
this.
faster you go, the better, because if you shit yourself, you'll stop a few while Catch Me from 8 will slot it in and will piss in. I think Vinnie Coulter and Catch Me are the value bets in this race. It's obviously a good race with lots of winning chances, but Vinnie Coulter and Catch Me are the two for me that I want back.
Great race.
Race number 8.
Oakland Plate. I'll
Let's
do
not
this.
do a speed map because it's a joke, we're running too long.
Nature Strip, Eduardo, Speed.
Yeah, Crown Interesting from within kick up too, but then it's just a bloody shit fight and it's fast.
Yeah. Alright, so we got Nature Strip at 210. Double biggest the rest it looks. So we got Fedora at 13s, we got Bonds Away at 17, Sprite 15s, we got Booker at 17, we got Eduardo at 10s, we got I'll have a bit at 20s, and that's about it.
Look, I thought Encryption was good odds, and I thought Sprite was good odds. In a race that I can make a case for just almost about every horse, I want to back Sprite, the biggest. I reckon it's going to be suicidal speed here. Nature Strip's a superstar, but he's not done shit at the same time. This will announce himself. A bit like Russian Revolution, was it last year? Russian Revolution 1?
Yep.
Same sort of setup, drawn 5. If he's slow away, he'll be buried, which he could do. Eduardo's it's found. We've been with Eduardo since the one at Sandown.
Yeah.
Huge test for it here. Booker, I think a horse like Booker's got talent, but he'll sneak. Bonds Away, he'll have to sneak. Sprite sneaks naturally. Encryption sneaks naturally. They're the two that I think can run on. If they're not running on, I'll doubt I'll be betting.
Yeah, I find it tough to have a bet in this race. I've sort of gone around in circles trying to find runners that can beat Nature Strip. And look, to be honest, I think it's just the best horse in the race. And look, I know it goes missing from time to time. It's been beaten by Sam's Image a couple of times, but look, with all things being right for Nature Strip, I think it might just go and blow them away here.
You happy taking that price?
It's probably a no bet for me. But,
Yeah, I sort of like this race. I think the two we've seen B Park cook Eduardo and go far too quick. I think if he doesn't fly the start, I think it's a big worry. Nature Strip at the price for me. The runners I sort of like are Fedora at about $15. I think she looks prime for this. Sprite, I agree with the boys. I don't think she'll be fancied by the market, but I think she can win. The really interesting runner that I don't think many people will find is a horse called Charge. He was really good at Moonee Valley, and when he pulled his sort of head off, they're still sort of teaching this horse to relax. He's by Zoo Star, they're getting a lot of winners. This horse is just going to suck up on the fans. He goes from 58 kilos or 58.5 down to 50 in this handicap. Michael D's a good rider for him, I think. I don't think he was suited with the slow track. I don't think he goes at all on the wet. And now he gets back to a dry track, and I think he's just got a lot of untapped potential. I think he's a sort of horse, he's about 30s now. He could be a real smoky at 80-1 and give this a real shake, because he'll love the fast tempo because he's a puller. And the market's not going to like him at all, but just be really wary about him. I think he's just the complete smoky in the field, but I'm happy to bet around the face.
So Drew, you're quite sort of up to speed with international racing that goes on. So there's an interesting run in this Sensei, 15. It comes out of some New Zealand form there. One thing I found interesting there is it didn't win its last race. It was only a length off, but they've run 1200 the Telegraph Group 1 in a time of it's
106.7 is what
106.
they ran.
Yeah.
I can tell you that because
Yeah,
I bet
so-
in the race and it
Yeah.
ran 5th. I was backing a horse that had run 107.4 the previous start, and I'm like, holy crap, this thing's just going to be a moral, and they've run a ridiculous pace in the race. Where did Sensei actually finish up in that race?
So it finished off third behind.
That was an extremely leader biased track. You had to be on the inside rail. It's a hard race to take a lot out of.
So
it,
it
quite honest.
drew 17 in that race.
Look, it at least shows it can handle that speed.
Yep.
What price are you getting for it?
So you're getting it 40s and 50s.
Worth a
For it,
play
so-
at the 50s, I would say.
Maybe a double at each way odds, but
I like that. That's actually a good find. Your horse Charge,
Mm-hmm.
if he finds the top 4, that's not a surprise to me.
No.
It's constantly been found by Rob, and won't be surprised if Dicko finds it a little bit.
Which one's that?
Charge.
Charge.
No, something.
I don't want to be
Yeah,
there.
no,
You stay
that's my
there.
view.
You keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
Fair enough.
so we've just got one more race to go. So race 9, you got a speed note.
Dicko's got a horse, Trap for Fools, lead.
Well, what will happen? We've got John Allen and Joe McLean, the team's back
The
together.
dream team, the band.
Bad boys too. What will they do? Because last time they were slightly negative, but they did go really quick in that race.
Mate Lowry. Yeah, not sure, but Taj Mahal's out of speed in the race. And that other horse, Hyam. Long lost 4-year-old mare, Hyam.
Looked good at one stage, but just fell in a hole and.
I tell you what, that stable's airborne, and I backed fucking Mighty Boss each way heavily. Fuck me. I've just had the biggest
Mighty Boss.
shitty rider variance
Ran
ever.
4th.
Isn't that Nonny?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Walshy's one.
But I think the stable's airborne mid-price, and she's sort of the joker in the pack for me, but I'll let you guys do the market.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so you got Villiers on top at $2.20. You got next up. You got Knight's Watch at $4.40. You've got Ace High at around $12. D'Argento at $7.50. The Taj Mahal 15s and Shillelagh at $21.
Just a quick one on Trap for Fools. If you go back and look at its stats from when it leads, it has a extremely positive strike rate. So if they lead here, I would be getting on betfair.com.au and betting in play because you'll still be getting a ridiculous price.
Are you concerned about when it led where it was stabled? Or
Not really, no, because the weird residuals. I'm basing it on. I'm going off that there may have been something happening dual stables. That's just me as a punter going through that because they've both been, taken in the police raid, right? So I have to believe that if the residual has been with the weird stuff, then I don't see any issues with Trap for Fools. It's never won when it's been snicked, when it's not led. And it's coming off a schnick to not lead.
but that went super quick that race. I
Yeah.
blew up post race because I backed it.
Yeah.
Keep talking as you love to do.
What price am I getting? 15s? 18s?
Good price.
It'll drift. They're not going to back it.
Is it a weight for age Group 1 winner?
It's won the
Yeah,
McKinnon.
it won the McKinnon.
I suppose inquiry or no inquiry, the proof will be in the pudding, won't it?
Yeah,
How this horse performs over the next 12 months.
exactly.
And it's got the Cicadrabard form. Fuck, the Cicadrabard looks a good bit
Does,
in the early races, doesn't it?
Little same form multi, you're saying?
A little bit of flair.
Little
That is
David Warner down this.
One other thing to add in, Ace High is a absolute dry tracker. It has not seen a dry track for 6 to 7 months. It was $13 in a Caulfield Cup, and it was 0 chance because it got a wet track. It's just,
Aerated track. They got a water track.
Of course.
Not a wet track.
and what price are we getting once again? 13s. It will probably not be backed, and it will be value as well in the race. I could not back My Mate Harlem at $17 currently. It'll drift, but I need 40s plus.
I love it, Drew.
It was a good fall first start for Ace High.
Yep, needs a good 3.
Okay.
It's a good
Right,
for
anyone else
everyone.
betting? We've been going for a while.
Actually, one over I'm keen on is D'Argento. Actually, it had excuses last start against
Good
the Blinkers
slot in.
on. Good
Good
slot
slot
in. Yeah, well, it's I mean it's drawn 10. I think drawing out later in the card's probably going to be a plus.
Ridden too close.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
They've ridden it. They went forward on it in the Cox Plate. Dudum cast, and then last week gone forward again over 1400. Dudum no good. Complete change of tactics.
yeah.
Do you reckon they regret not taking this horse to the Derby? You know when it was like fucking 6-4 or 3, like 2-1 or something like that, and then they had the Derby absolutely sewn up, and then he dropped it back to the mile.
I don't know, if I was Chris
Oh,
Waller
fuck
and
me.
I woke up next to her every day and I've trained her wings, I wouldn't regret shit.
So you're having a bet on.
Yeah. I think this is its sort of distance, like somewhere between the mile and mile and a quarter. I think it's you'll get reasonable value on D'Argento as well.
Good jockey change. McAvoy to Nolan.
Yep.
D. Oliver on Shillelagh. If he kicks up and sits that horse behind the leader, you got to get on him play, don't you?
Ronan's rock
I thought it was
style.
a really good run last start.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good run. High
It's an
end.
open race.
Yeah, high end goes forward for me, and I sort of think that's like massive odds. Pete sort of half talked me in D'Argento, but hopefully I'm winning a lot of money by this stage. And
Okay, K-Spec Cup, Blue Diamonds. I'll take Vinny. No. You guys can do the Cisco Rock with Vinny Kunka.
I'll take.
Well, we scissor people what rock for catch me then.
No, you can have Catch Me because I know you love the horse.
I'll have Hawker Hurricane.
I'll take. What's double figures?
Benny Mellon's one, which you probably don't know.
No, that's the one immortal.
Yeah, it's out to 11s on betfair.com.au. I just took it.
No, I'll take someone.
before we
I'll
go
take
in.
someone rougher than that.
Bit of flair from Druzy.
Just so you know, the South African is not riding free of doubt, so we do not have the 4-time group winning Singaporean-based South African who's now McAvoy's rider, so we don't have a rider yet.
What
for that
price
one.
is Shotmaker?
Yeah, it's about 18s.
I'll take it, Shotmaker.
Alright, so I've got to give him a roughie anyway.
Ruffy for the card?
Yeah. Oh, for the
No,
entire.
case
Cashman Cup? No, you got to do Cisfab Rock with Vinny Kunka.
That's
Right.
all right. I'll take Brooklyn Hustle anyway. It's,
Right.
yeah.
You
I've
got Vinny.
got Hawker Hurricane.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take Vinny Kunka then.
Oh, fucking righto. Calm
I've
down.
got Vinny Kunka. Best bets.
Best in the card.
So best, my best on the cards, race for Princess Jenny.
Race, whatever, Land of Plenty, moral.
Catch me outside, how about that? Just for the memes. Catch me each way is just the grouse.
Yep.
Like, it's the grouse.
Scooty,
I've got no fucking idea.
best value, Petey? Anything?
Best value race 1, Magna Park.
Best value for me will be Catch Me and Vinny Kunka in the Blue Diamond.
I'll have best value. I'll go a bit wide out. Charge it up. 80-1 Betfair SP. Boil over in the Oakley Plate car crash. Addition to the race.
Sprite each way is my lightning tip for the Group 1. Sprite.
I'm the favourite.
I'm excited though.
Best bet, Scooty?
Oh, fuck, I don't really know. I'll go Sakadra Bard in the first race. It's a skunks race, and I reckon I think Tigsy Stage tipped the last start, so it's a more to win this start with him.
Gillette, yeah, he's tipping lots. Why don't you start betting
Right.
when you're supposed to, Tigs?
Olympic.
Anything else?
Buy Mounting Yard Mail, get on Betfair, drink goat beer.
Yep.
Bye.
Huntingform.com.au.